digestion to be enhanced. It calms you by taking your head lower than your heart. Your body's on a slant. It opens and flushes out the knees by having a tourniquet effect. From the child's pose, we'll come up again, curl the toes under, drag the legs to straighten, and then pedal the feet, downward facing dog. And then slowly, mindfully, walk your hands backwards. You'll be at the back of the sticky mat. And then at the back of the sticky mat, plug the heels down, keep the fingertips onto the floor or to the shins, flatten your back and lift your heart and chest. Now this is called to prepare pose. This is preparing to take you deeper into your forward fold. So stay here and then grab the hands around the elbows, pour the torso to the floor, tuck your chin to your chest and hang. So as we mentioned at the beginning, Shanti is just very, 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 very flexible. So she has this ability to hug in and drag the torso down. Her head is heavy. If you were to see from the side, her hips are stacked perfectly over the knees, over the ankles. Now you'll see some really flexible people tip the hips backwards, but she's doing it very well, distributing her weight evenly from the ball of the foot to the heel. And then Shanti, please put your hands under the hips. Inhale, exhale brings you up to stand. Good. And then once we're in standing again, rolling the shoulders back, rolling the shoulders forward. And now we're going to do tree pose. A tree pose is a great pose to do either alone or we have each other, so we'll use each other as living props, as it were. Sometimes in our journey it's good to have a journey mate, and we can also lean on one another, not just on the mat, but the resources that Shanti has are invaluable to help anybody who comes in contact, as well as me. So she's standing onto her right foot. I, however, will stand on my left. So we're holding hostage. I'm holding my right, she's holding her left, and we're going to breathe. And then we take our hands to prayer, and then we lift that prayer up. And we stay, and we hold. And tree pose. So trees alone, lonely. Trees together, forest. So the branches, the connectivity, it's that action, rooting down, but blossoming up at the same time through the arms. Balancing poses are so important. We lose our balance as we age. We need to have balance in our lives, both in yoga, but also off the mat. And then release, come out. We'll switch mats and switch sides. So again, standing, Shanti is so adroit as well at balance, but if you have balance that is precarious, you can have a baby bonsai just nesting your ankle, heel right over your ankle. Or you can, as Shanti is demonstrating, take it up higher. Wherever we are, hands are pressing. Stretch the arms up, lean into your partner, stretch. And stay and breathe. So the drishti, the gaze, the focal point, the eyes are important to keep us balanced, right? Where are we in life? Do we have our focus? So it's said that anytime we see an obstacle, it's because we took our eye off the prize. We took our eye off the goal, right? So we look back into something that's steady, something that's stable, some loved one, some hope we have. And then release. Excellent job. We'll come now into more of the standing poses and work a pose that is so important for digestion, women's health, and strengthen the hips. We're going to go into some of our warrior poses.
Switch mats again?
It's good. We can switch back or we can stay. So, standing onto the left foot, stride your right foot forward, and stride it more towards the far right corner of the mat. Hands under the hips, and then steer, please, your left hip forward, right hip back, and then just have a slow bend and straighten, and a bend and straighten of your front standing leg. And then from here, keep the right knee to bend, arms back up, feather the fingers up, and then hold. This is a modification of your warrior one. So hold here, Fingertips are up, getting long in the side body. And then swing down, hands onto the hips. Step forward with the left foot. And then switch your weight, step back with the right. So there's a slight angle. The back right heel is pointed towards the off or left corner of the mat. Hands on the hips again, squaring the hips off. So again, you don't have to have a huge bend to get that openness and working in your quadriceps. So we're just starting easy, bending and straighten in our warrior one. Bending and straighten. And then bend. Stride the hands up, extend. Breathe. So where are your gaze? Are you wearing your shoulders as earrings? Don't do it. Soften the shoulders, give neck space. And then stay in the pose. Hold. Staying for a count of 3. Holding warrior one for 2. 2 and a half. 2 and a quarter. Hands on hips. Step the right foot forward. Notice the effects. So just let that teaching land. It's opening up the hips quite well. That was one with hips squared off. Now we'll do it where our hips are open to the side. So we stand on our right foot, stride our left foot back, and then have the toes facing more towards the little puppy who's in the sun, right? Right toes facing mirror forward, and then hands onto the hips again. Bend and straighten. Do you want to come on the other side? No?